Welcome to How to Become a Production SQL Database Administrator. My name is Raphael. In the previous video, we showed you what a deadlock was, and then we went over the various scripts here of how to demonstrate a deadlock. I'm also now in this video going to show you how to actually capture that deadlock graphically using the SQL Profiler. So this is a great tool if you are having issues with deadlocks, then you can certainly use the SQL Profiler to capture that. So how you'd start is go to Tools, SQL Profiler, and let's connect. And here what I want you to do is use the template, scroll down and go to Blanks. You can name it whatever you wish. Go to Event Selector, and obviously these are the events, and the one we're interested in is called Locks. So select Deadlock Graph and go Run. Now obviously we don't have a deadlock yet, so there's no data and there's no graph. So minimize this and let's start executing. So we've done this before, so I'm going to be relatively quick. So we're going to, on transaction 1, we're going to execute the update statement. On transaction 2, we're going to update the statement. And then here on transaction 1, we're going to start updating again. And then on transaction 2 and update, and we'll just wait for the transaction to deadlock, and there it goes. And obviously now at that point we should have had a graph to capture that data. So let's look at it. I think I may have had 2, so let's look at that one. So let's look at this one here, and there it is. So now, as you can see, this is the results that you'll get when you have a deadlock. And obviously you can see graphically it's great to view. So the other thing is you can zoom in if you can't see it. So zoom in a few times and just scroll up. And the other great thing is that you can move these objects, if you will. So let's move them here. And I'll go over briefly what you're looking at here. Obviously, let's look at it here. The big X indicates the transaction or the SPID that was killed. And this was what's referred to as the victim. So that's obvious. If you can look at it, the server processor ID was killed. And we can verify that by looking at the server processor ID that got a deadlock here. So this was killed. So we can verify that. Obviously, this was executed, SPID number 57. The other couple of things you want to know, obviously, this is table 2 right here. This is table 1, as you can see. You'll notice, obviously, that the owner mode, this one right here had a exclusive lock on table 2, as you can see, with the owner mode X. And this was table 1, and he had an exclusive lock on table 1, as you can see. And well, this was transaction 1, and this one was killed. Obviously, it's requesting an update mode on the opposite tables here. So this one executed, this is not. So this is a great way to look at some of the things here. Couple of things here. Obviously, this is the server processor ID, the batch ID, the deadlock priority. There's, I believe, 0, 1 through 6, I believe. And what it indicates is the priority that SQL Manager, Lock Manager, determines in which one to kill. And I don't want to really talk about that in this subject. But if you hover over it, you can actually see the SQL statement that this particular property did here. Same thing here, and so on. So this is how you capture graphical data using a profiler if you're suspecting you have deadlocks. So this is a quick way of looking at it also, aside from other tools. And I've shown you the other tools, such as the Activity Monitor, where you can right-click, go to Activity Monitor, go to Processes, and when you do suspect blocking, it will be readily seen here. The other way, obviously, you can see, which is I usually do, the first thing is just execute SPWho, execute, and you'll see, again, in the blocking column right here. And obviously, you don't have any blocking as of right now. So I'm going to leave it here, and that was just a quick introduction to how you can actually view some of the data using the profiler if you have a suspect that there's deadlocking occurring. And so I'll leave it here, and we'll continue with the next video on another matter. So my name is Raphael, and this is how to become a production SQL database administrator.